Get on down with your bass up. Get on down. Listen to the sound. Come on.
Ghost Riot
Radio.
Nick the Ghost.
The ghost himself.
I'm the ghost with most, babe.
Nicky.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Welcome to Ghost Riot Radio. My name is Nick Noble, and I'm your host here each and every Sunday on Ghost Riot Radio, the 18 and over podcast designed for free-thinking adults just like yourself, currently being recorded in Ghost Riot Studios in a very prideful St. Petersburg, Florida. As always, I'm going to do a quick shout-out like ClotheslineCreative.com. Clothesline Creative is a high-quality screen printing company offering custom apparel for your business, band, event, and more. Contact them today to get started with your order. That is ClotheslineCreative.com. And folks, don't forget, if you'd like to be a sponsor of this show, we'd love to hear from you. Send us your money. Shoot us an email, ghostriotradio@gmail.com. We have all this empty space in this room right now, and we'd love to fill it with whatever you'd like us to in exchange for dollar bills, y'all.
Do it.
This show needs new diapers real bad. So hit us up, ghostriotradio@gmail.com. Folks, every week on Ghost Riot Radio, I invite a few special people to join me here at the Riot Bench to discuss whatever the hell we want to. And this week, I am fortunate enough to be joined by your friendly neighborhood Mad Dog. What is up, Mad Dog?
Band-Aids don't heal bullet holes, bitches. Blaze it!
I heard that's true. Maybe if you stuffed like a bunch of them into it, it wouldn't heal it, but it might slow it down.
Mostly.
We'll talk about it later. We'll just think amongst yourselves. We'll figure it out later. And as always, the lovely Miss Sarah Marin is in the house. Hi, Sarah.
Hashtag Baba Shook.
So shook.
So shook.
Shook up, bitch.
Joe DeMoss may show up here at some point. We all went out and everybody went their separate ways at some point. We're pretty sure Joe didn't go to sleep till like 6 this morning. So
Probably didn't go to sleep at all.
Ate too much pizza.
so
Way
much
too much pizza.
Folks, don't forget, as always, we want to hear from you. The phone lines are going to be open for the entire show today. So if you want to talk to us, make a comment, question, raise a concern, you want to talk to MetronOhm, you can do all that stuff. It's 813-343-4798. Folks, welcome to episode number 34.
Four.
That applause is probably a little longer than it needs to be, but I'm going to do it.
It's really
anyway.
long.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Play him off.
I'm just going to keep going.
Play him off.
Folks, if this is your first time tuning into Ghost Riot Radio, during each episode, I try to feature a new musical artist of the week. If you or your band would like to be featured on an upcoming episode, you can email us at ghostriotradio@gmail.com. Send us your 3 best tracks with a bio of yourself or your band and any contact info that you would like to air, and we'll do our best to get you on the next available episode. Folks, we are super stoked this week to be talking to the LA-based band MetronOhm. I made them sound like they're really scary. They're actually super mellow. It's really cool. So let's talk about them. MetronOhm was formed in 2014 in the San Francisco Bay Area after classmates Annabelle McGinnis and Kofi Asare Aboaje. I fucked it up already. Damn, it was close enough.
They're saying it's cool.
Aboaje. Yeah. He's going to say it for me again, and then, I don't know. I just butcher people's names on this show. Anyway, they played 2 songs together at a student showcase at Dominican University of California.
I almost went there.
Is that true?
Yeah. I almost went to that school. We can talk about it later.
Annabelle's hands up already, like, what the fuck? After graduating college in 2015, the two made plans to pursue music seriously. Annabelle moved to the LA area in fall of 2015, and Kofi followed suit in the summer of 2016. Posting much of their early efforts on SoundCloud under the name Act Natural, they ended up having to change the band name to MetronOhm after being informed that another band actually called Act Natural had already existed. That happens. You guys were the cooler version anyway.
Meow.
Through the later stages of 2016, Annabelle and Kofi I can't do that word either. Acclimatized to the Los Angeles music scene while recording their first EP. I'm just drunk today still. That's what it is.
Slow down, dude.
Sweating.
Slow down and enunciate.
I'm going to try. In December of 2016, Hunter Craig played his first gig with MetronOhm, and it was an instantly perfect fit. Hunter brought much-needed technical skill, musical expertise, and performance experience to the table. The band released their first EP entitled Matter on April 19th and is continuing to spread their name through the music scene in Los Angeles. Folks, do yourself a favor. Make sure you head over to facebook.com/MetronOhm Music. That's METRONOHM Music. And smash that like button so you can keep up with these guys. And in the meantime, this is MetronOhm with A Bird's Trill.
cold solitude sounds a nuisance, but the buzz of the sun as the birds whistle hum. There are sweet melodies of these trees are torn in the breeze that brings me goosebumps. Strut on so the heart pumps. The thump, the thump, the thump, the thump, the thump. A solid stump is so fine, resigned, try to define the sweet tang of pine. Spine bends forward to the leaves, to a quicksand surface for the trees. Without words when they chirp and flutter through branches that slip to the earth. Down where I battle through puddles and dirt. Would they smile if beaks could bend? As a child I would like to pretend.
That is exactly what I needed after a day of hungover.
I'm so sleepy
It's
now.
so good.
It's very good.
So good.
It was
Folks,
very, very good.
do us a favor. Put your hands together and join us in welcoming MetronOhm. Yay! Hooty hoo! Awesome, awesome. What is up, guys? How are you?
What's up, gangsters?
Doing well.
Yeah, good. Folks at home, let us know if you can hear them. Hopefully that audio should be pretty good. And if not, I will fix it immediately. So what's going to happen, guys, if you're watching right now and you're checking these guys out, you'll be able to hear them but not see them. You're going to have to tune in on YouTube when I get that put together. And again, I'm an episode behind, so it'll be a couple of days, but I'll make sure I get it done for you. Guys, what is up? Uh-oh.
I just saw a comment.
Shout out Daphne, Maggie, what's good?
Yeah, you guys are already getting all kinds of stuff here. Let's see what it says here. Betty Griffin says, good morning, kids, and a kissy face. Mwah. Our buddy George Capello's in the house. What is up, George?
Missed you last night, babe.
Yeah, we didn't get to see those guys. He says, nice, love it. It's great music. It's great music. Alex Aggie Aguilar says, yeah! Just, yeah! Lots of exclamation points. Evelyn Law says, amazing sound. Where's the band at, though? Would love to be seeing them perform. That's a good question. Well, how can they find you guys perform?
Oh, she already knows. She's the babe.
She's living across the pond.
Yeah,
So,
she's
Yeah.
in Scotland.
yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But if you want to make a trip to Los Angeles or to San Francisco, you guys could see us in both locations. San Francisco on the 28th at Bottom of the Hill and the 29th at the Satellite.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, so let's jump right into you guys. I want to learn a little bit more about you all. All right, so the two of you met at school and got started as doing separate stuff, and then you just sort of met and decided to meld together, or had you already come together at this, you did something at school, right? You did tell me more. Just let me stop mumbling at you.
You want to take it away?
No, go for it.
All right. So yeah, Kofi and I met in my room. I was
Hot.
at my house like
Sexy.
a few times, right? Kind of cool. So yeah, we my roommates and I in college had, we'd throw parties every once in a while,
Yeah.
and I was playing mandolin in my room, and Kofi's like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "What are you doing here?" Because like every time, yeah, and like every time that he had come over, like I just was not there for some reason. But yeah, so it was the first time that we
I
met.
suspected that she didn't live there, so she was just like in someone's house on their bed, like making herself real comfortable. I was like, okay, this is interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we just started very, very sparse periodic jams. Kofi actually started playing guitar. He produces and had dabbled with that a lot, but hadn't picked up an instrument. And so we were like,
Yeah.
I gotta do it.
Yeah,
We gotta
right.
do this together.
Awesome. And then Hunter, all of a sudden, these guys picked you up. How did you guys end up with Hunter?
Well, through they had originally been playing with a different musician by the name of Noor,
Okay.
and he's fantastic. And he knew me, and he called me in to do a few shows, and I ended up joining the band that way. So it's just through like mutual friends and everything like that.
Awesome. So it's been what now, like about a year?
Since I've joined.
Yeah, he joined in December.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Good. You're official now. You're like furniture already. That's cool.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm basically a lamp. That's how they use me anyway.
I love lamp.
I love lamps.
I love Lamp.
One's made out of
Yeah, he
skin.
illuminates us.
Yeah.
See what she did there?
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
We turned into kittens. That's
Oh.
nice.
Oh, that's adorable.
I ate a big red candle.
I stabbed him in the heart with a trident.
Oh, goodness.
So
Other
good.
than what we're our amp. Kofi's like trying to find a power source. He wasn't like offended. He just had to.
That's all right. Bye,
like,
Kofi.
You're supposed to take bathroom breaks prior to the show, Kofi. That's all right.
yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's talk more about the. Oh, I can hear him. Hey, he's back. Oh, good.
There he is.
All right. So tell us more about your music. What do you label yourself into one single category? How do you tell people what kind of band you are?
No, I typically say that I typically explain what we sound like by just telling people what our influences are.
Right.
And so we're influenced by R&B, folk, rock, rap, like a little bit of everything.
Neo soul.
Yeah.
I think like when people have described it to me, the things that have resonated the most are like a blend between like folk and R&B neo soul. So I think that's kind of what I mean, because it's got a lot of like meandering key changes and modulations and things, and like quite frankly, Kofi and I don't really know, like we're not trained musicians in the sense that we're not learned musicians other
Right.
than through our fingers and brains and hearts, but this one over here knows the ways for real.
Oh.
He's not bluffing, we're bluffing.
You don't know anything. I don't know how how this is working out, but it is. We're finding
going
finding
down.
our way.
It is. Yeah, it's working out.
The thing is, they're such talented songwriters that they sort of like trump that almost. Not to use a derogatory word.
Oh, it is such a bad word. Blech.
Just say drumpf.
Drumpf?
Say fucking Trump.
Sorry.
Yeah. We don't like that word on this show either. It's the only word we're not allowed to say on this show. It's
Meow.
probably- yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Meow.
All right, so tell us a little bit about Matter. It's awesome.
We started Recording Matter, I think, in October of last year, and it was a great kind of like a fortunate occurrence because we were working with another producer before to get a project going, and like things ended with him rather abruptly.
Okay.
And so Annabelle, who met she met Andrew, who ended up being our producer at South by Southwest. He's really great. He has a great page himself, actually. It's Andromedan Recordings.
Okay.
He makes microphones as well. So he's very sonically careful and meticulous, and that was really a pleasure to work with because he had a lot of patience and a lot of knowledge about where we're going to find the right amount of parallel surfaces that have what sort of tone and all sorts of things that we as novices were not attuned to.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really helpful and awesome.
That's really cool. Favorite track on the album? Do you have a favorite?
For us?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't choose your favorite child.
I could.
Yeah, you can.
You totally can.
I don't have children, but I know I'm the favorite.
Bumpin' the most is probably Mind, the one that we put forward as our single.
Yeah.
I think that one like really came together in a way that we felt shone light on the song where we wanted it to. This project was an incredible collaborative effort of 11 different people. And just like shout outs honestly to all the people who we had Devonte Larry on the kit. He also played keys, fantastic drummer who took so much time, drove all the way up from Inglewood to we recorded this in probably 7 different locations because we didn't have a studio. We had makeshift stuff okay, we're gonna do this in this warehouse space in the Arts District to get the right drum tone, or it was a very like guerrilla warfare.
We even recorded here.
Yeah, actually recorded in my closet for some of the vocals. Actually, Mind was recorded in my closet, padding up with a towel hanging so that we could get the right level of noise blocking. But yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Nora, of course, who really helped us actually compose a lot of the songs as well. Obviously, shout out to Andrew, who we've already shouted out, but he helped us to listen to our songs and ask us why we were doing things,
Right.
And made sure the compositions were all meticulous. Michelle Pochman, who she is a fantastic studio and live cellist who is on a number of our tracks as well. So many people. I mean, it was really an incredible group of people who just all volunteered their time to do this. And just believed in it. So it was a lot of love. It was so much fun putting the project together.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
That's awesome. How's LA? You getting a good response from being? And yeah, everybody's awesome. I'm getting thumbs up on the radio.
Yeah, thumbs up to the radio.
Los Angeles has been. I think that they've been warming up to us a lot lately. There's a really cool scene down here right now. And after we played a show at this cool bar called Harvard and Stone, we just noticed that we started getting a lot more traction, a lot more attention. Do you want to talk about Play Like a Girl a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to. So there's this incredible collective of musicians and music lovers in Los Angeles that actually just celebrated their 1-year anniversary.
Awesome.
Called Play Like a Girl. You can find them, their handle on Instagram is @PlayLikeAGirlLA, and they're developing quite a lot of clout to support female and non-binary musicians alike. There's a lot of LGBTQ awareness throughout the group. In fact, it's run by very gender fluid people in a lot of ways, and it's really, really supportive community. Honestly, they have, so essentially what they do is they host shows monthly as showcases and then bi-monthly as big, shows. Every one of them has a lot of community support.
Awesome.
Regardless of if it's a showcase or not, they collaborate with artists, visual artists, people producing things like shirts or hand goods outside, and all of them are at the Echo and Harvard and Stone, or the Echoplex. And it's essentially a group of all sorts of different genres, and honestly for us it was really helpful because we had played a lot of we did all of our trials through the pay to play and all this, LA bullshit actually. And like we played a lot of loud bars where no one was listening, where we weren't really heard, but we're like, here we are, we're trying to just make it happen. And it felt that so effortlessly we started to gain respect and recognition after really our Harvard and Stone show. So we really want to like shout out to them and show our appreciation for them, because it feels good. There is no competition. I mean, it's like, that was really one of the reasons that LA seemed so daunting to all of us was, well, he was here, he was chilling. But yeah, it's like there's this idea of this superficial crawl to the top and gotta get there and blah, blah, blah. But it's so not like that. People understand that if you stand on the shoulders of giants together, you can support each other and everyone wins. So
would you say that it's pretty easy to gig in LA? You don't have to go to the Sunset Strip anymore and sell your own tickets to go play the Whiskey or like do the Troubadour and shit.
You do.
Yeah, the thing is, it is easy to gig, but it's not necessarily easy. Like there's a period of time that when you're getting started as a band, unless your band members already have some kind of following or whatever, there's definitely a period of time where you are going to have to go with the kind of promoters that are going to ask you to give, basically 15 ticket sales up front and then take the rest, or places that will have you come and play, but they'll ask you to, sell 25 tickets, we'll take all of that, and then after that, they're still taking off like 25%, 30%,
I feel you. When we were growing up in, when we were growing up in high school, our friends' bands would get together and they would play at the Whiskey A Go-Go and sell their own tickets, and moms and dads are buying 5 tickets, and all the families trying to help out so they could actually do the gig, and then you're there and it's like a Sunday showcase in the middle of the day.
Nice.
It's like it was hard. I mean, as a 16-year-old, I couldn't imagine what it's like, actually being an adult and trying to make a living doing all of that work. It's tough.
The thing is, we all have to recognize all the Pixies had a day job. Right. If you want to be a musician, like we all also have day jobs and support ourselves in other ways other than this is a love project. This isn't a financial project. And when we get footing in this and when it starts to, establish itself in a way that's going to help us out economically, that's only going to give us more time to express ourselves in a creative way.
Right.
And it has involved a lot of investment and belief in ourselves.
Totally.
So it really has just been we have lost a lot of money in this project. I don't even want to think about it. It's not lost. We've invested. We have invested so much in ourselves that we're not keeping tabs per se, because it just would feel so daunting,
Yeah, absolutely. Trust me. I've put a lot of money into this show.
Yes, you have.
It's like, oh, we're just investing in this thing that hopefully someday will take off. So, yeah, that's awesome. All right, so I always ask people what you're listening to right now. You mentioned influences, so there's a lot of different stuff that you all are into. So, if we were to jump in your car right now or, grab your iPhone or, whatever you're listening to stuff on, what would we hear?
All mumble rap.
All mumble rap.
Lately I've been super into the new Nick Hakim album, Green Twins. It's super nice. And we will probably forever be bumping Gabriel Garzon Montano.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just saw the two of them together at the Natural History Museum, and we were like, it was super nice. Can I rattle off a couple more?
Yeah, go for it.
Leanne La Havas is the way. She's so candid and true, and it's amazing. And Hiatus Coyote is still one of the best.
Oh, so good.
I fucking love that
band.
Yeah. What a stellar band. It's just they make so much noise. There's so much coming out of them. It's so eclectic and wonderful. It's beautiful. It's awesome music.
All right, so that was a good one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Kofi's number one fae though.
Yeah, oh man. Man, who else am I listening to though?
Stevie Wonder though.
Of course. I'm not necessarily listening to him right now.
Yeah, okay.
But Stevie Wonder is my all-time favorite musician.
Yes.
I can't really ever come back to Stevie Wonder and be like, you know what? that wasn't worth it. Like it's always worth
Yeah, no, it's not a nostalgia factor sort of thing where it's just like,
yeah.
oh, this is not as good as I remember it. No, it's always fantastic.
yeah, it's good. Yeah. And of course Kendrick Lamar with Damn and all this. You know, interestingly enough, I started listening to College Dropout again
Yeah.
recently. Like
I think it's better than Damn.
yeah.
I know. But when people talk to me about Kendrick Lamar, they don't usually like the conversation anyway. Because
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Let's move on.
I'm a professional
We'll stay on
hater.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not move on.
Yeah, but that new Ghostface Killer is
Supreme Clientele. It's so fucking good.
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, we get a little crazy. What else? Hunter, do you have favorites?
Well, to be honest, I've been listening to a lot of ODB lately.
It's the second time I've
Shimmy,
heard
shimmy,
that name
yo.
today.
I just keep listening to him over and over and over again. Oh, and Thundercat, obviously, who's probably my favorite musician right now. He's just incredible.
Nice.
And he's a huge inspiration to me because he's not only a fantastic bassist,
Right.
but he's also an excellent producer. And then he's done a very wide range of things. He played bass on To Pimp a Butterfly and arranged some of that music. And then he's done his own stuff. And then he's producing people like The Session, who are also based out of SF, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no. And then I've been listening to XXYYXX. And I still keep coming back to Illmatic every now and then as well. It's
Absolutely.
the greatest album.
Oh, Hunter, you made me so proud today. That's I'm so happy.
Every day.
It's awesome. I'm just thumping ODB right now. What can I say? I just can't get enough. That's so good, dude. Oh, I'm so happy. Awesome. So here's the other thing that we like to do is we've started a new section called the Band Call Out. So what we've asked you guys to do is, now that you've been on this show, hopefully you're enjoying yourselves, is to call out either some bands that you know or some bands that you really respect. And so then we're going to be like, yo, we'll hit them up. We usually send people these little videos now. And we go, yo, we just heard your stuff. We want you to be on the show. You got called out by so-and-so. So do you have any of those that you can call out today?
Oh man, it's kind of crazy. There are so many bands that we like and want to support around here. I don't know. I mean, I was just, Polar Tropica would be cool. You should check them out. You can check out Hydra Kitten. You can check out Dreamings. Dreamings is spelled DRAEMINGS. They are super fun. Like, we're actually about to take them up with us to San Francisco. We're super excited. They're going to play Bottom of the Hill with us.
Awesome.
And the woman who's fronting that band is one of the founders of Play Like a Girl, the initiative I was talking about earlier.
I like that.
Yeah, she's such a badass. And yeah, they're like really fun, like kind of dark synth 80s, like almost poppy, like very, very like flamboyantly, unabashedly themselves, and it's super enjoyable.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's so many bands out here right now that we're looking at, but yeah, if we send you an email,
feel free. Absolutely.
And like, Tolliver as well. You should check his stuff out. He's going to be playing with us at the Satellite.
Yeah. Nice.
Super nice. He's going to do his music video release with us that night too. It's like electronic, also quite kind of synthy R&B, really beautiful, like soaring high vocals, and super,
he's
super
like
fun.
Do you know what's it, Sylvester? He's like
Sylvester.
kind of
I do not. No.
Like
Nope.
80s? No? Okay.
Nope.
Like he almost reminds me of like a futuristic Sylvester. If you guys want to check out,
I'll check that out.
Okay, yeah, now we got to look at Sylvester too.
Dopeness.
Do you guys know the band Fart Barf? Have you heard Fart Barf?
Yeah, I have. I know.
They're cavemen from outer space. Cavemen from outer space that play like this really synthy, weird music.
Guys.
It's like the most LA band ever. It's Fart Barf.
Fart Barf.
Yeah, I keep seeing them. They keep popping up in my digital life.
Rad.
And Youth Code.
The name is amazing.
And Youth Code.
Youth Code is a good one.
Youth Code is fucking badass. They're from downtown LA. The lead singer is from a hardcore band The Carrier.
Oh.
So good.
Oh man, it's so badass. It's like super hard synthy, but like screaming, and it's pretty harsh.
Sweet.
It's tight.
I'm still stuck on Fart Barf.
Fart Barf.
That's the best name ever.
We got to get them on the pod.
We do. I'm writing it down right now. Fart Barf.
You could do like a collab with them and Starfucker.
I got a question for you guys.
Possible.
How did you guys
It could
end
be
up
Fart
at
Fucker.
Dominican University? That's a tiny ass school.
Yeah. Wait. What? How did you know
So
about
so
Dominican
I
University?
grew up in South Los Angeles in a town called Palos Verdes, and I went to a small private 2-year college, and then was checking out schools in the Bay Area. I checked out Dominican, I checked out St. Mary's, and then I ended up at a school called the College of Notre Dame, or Notre Dame de Namur University. And the reason that I ended up there was they gave me a full ride scholarship. And Dominican wasn't going to give me that, but I went and checked out the campus. It's really beautiful. It's up in Marin County,
Nice.
Pretty close to Sonoma. It's just gorgeous up there. I think it was just a little bit too small, and I went to a small school. So
Yeah, no, that's funny. I actually applied to NDNU.
Oh,
So-
cool.
Aw.
it was a great time. I love that area of California. It's like 25 miles south of San Francisco, 25 miles north of San Jose, and you're about 30 minutes from Half Moon Bay, and it's a really, really pretty area.
Nice.
So green.
I still got to get out there more. I've only been
Green in more than one way.
Yeah, blaze it.
extra green. Lucky. Yeah, I keep meaning, like, I need to take another trip west. I haven't.
Yeah.
I've only been to LA once.
Oh,
you gotta come back.
Oh.
It's going
And
off over here.
We were.
Oh my
I was
God.
supposed to be there for like this 4-day conference, and instead just went taco hunting every day. Like, I just walk out of the hotel and be like, I'm gonna find some tacos.
Challenge yourself.
Did you? No, I'm just wondering. Are you using Tinder for that or no?
Tinder taco. Like, I'm
Taco
swiping
Tinder.
right. Yeah.
I'm hunting
I
for
feel like whenever
tacos.
I am like ready for a taco hunt, the tacos hunt me.
Yeah.
You know, like it's really like I just kind of sit back, relax, and they just kind of start flowing in. So
Sweet.
I'm in the.
it's
I'm,
crazy.
I need to move west. Apparently.
Times we've been like stumbling around the city after just like working all day on something band related, and then just being like, I'm so hungry, and then just like bumping right into a taco truck and be
Yeah.
like, this is it. This is what it's
That's
gonna
awesome.
be.
Or like you can barely keep your eyes open, but like the neon lights just hit you, and you're like, there it is, and you
Yeah.
feel it, and you're like, okay. So
Is there a religion for tacos? Because I'd probably be
Join it.
like a pastor for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
taco religion.
El Pastor.
All hail Lord Taco Cat.
It's like, you said it
There we
too.
go.
That's
So
awesome.
How is downtown LA these days? It's having quite the renaissance with just young people moving in there and art spaces and music. What's it like these days?
yeah, it's really tight. Honestly, it feels like the melting pot is strong, and there are so many different inspirations coming into one place. Like, I mean, the bands that I just listed, I couldn't give you a genre for any of them. I mean, I
Yeah.
stumbled around and tried, but like the first one that I said, Polar Tropica, like that. It turns out that the first three I mentioned are all female led. There's a lot of I guess elevating minorities happening right now in a lot of ways, and respect for that, and people kind of stepping back and letting that be heard. Like it's like this awesome, super bright. They're like electronic, orchestral pop, and it's so that, and it works so hard, and it's like really, really well thought out, fun, explorative, but very like nice hooks that just reel you in and stuff.
Cool.
And like I mean, it's crazy because we go to so many shows and see so many things, and I mean, there's like a little Ethiopia, there's a little, there's like a
Oh, the food's so good, so
Yeah.
good.
But actually, I live in Boyle Heights. That's where we are right now, and it's right next to like the LA like Arts District. I don't know if you've heard at all about downtown Arts District. Lots of warehouse parties, like big, huge, incredible, international like murals everywhere.
Sick.
Lots of little pop-up shops. People trying to care more about buying locally, and it just feels like there is actually a community. Like I was so
Totally.
surprised. I can't go anywhere without seeing people that we know, and it's like this huge city, I mean, he ran into his roommate the other day driving for Lyft.
Yeah.
Those warehouse parties in LA are sick. Just like pop up like a couple hours before the show. Hey, there's going to be a show in X, Y, and Z, and you go see Trash Talk, or there's like some rave going on, or it's like just fucking insane.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
No.
Well, it's like it is this mecca for creativity. I say that a lot, but like people come here to follow their dreams, and because of that, there is a lack of like scientists, and there's a lack of people who like think things through. So there is a lot. There really is. I mean, there's like a lot of fumbling. The infrastructure is like shot. There's a lot of smog. There's a lot of garbage and waste and all these things that people affiliate with LA. That's true. That happens here.
Yeah.
But like there is so much beauty, and there's so many people who believe in themselves and want to excel and want to help each other out. So it's really nice to tap into.
And are you always positive? You seem like a super, like, you're always like, yeah.
Life is great and people are awesome.
I wake up and I'm like, I get it.
That's me in the morning.
It's real.
I do that every morning. I'm like, I woke up again. Yes.
Yay for me.
Holy crap, I get another one.
Another day.
That's right.
It's a gamble.
What else did I do? LA. Sugarfish. Have you been to Sugarfish? Do you eat sushi? Do you eat sushi?
I don't.
No.
I don't eat animals.
Oh, no animals.
Meow.
No
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, then don't go there. They have lots of.
They have animals.
They definitely have animal on
Hey,
them.
what's up? My roommate just passed by. I didn't know.
Hi,
this was
roommate.
going down, but
Hi, roommate.
Woo! Awesome.
Even better.
Awesome.
He's like, that's what all this commotion's about.
That's awesome. All right, so as we start to wrap up here, tell everybody the best ways to find you guys.
I'd say our Bandcamp would be awesome. If you want to find our music, if you want to find us and upcoming shows and everything that we're doing, you should check out our Instagram. So our Bandcamp, just to address those in order, is MetronOhm.
Metronome.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, and Metronome spelled all funky because we're crazy. It's METRONOHM. And you can think about it like how sound is measured.
Oh.
Like,
Oh my goodness.
Got you.
Center yourself.
That's all I was picturing. Was like,
I'm gonna sit down and
Hey, you can
Supta
chill with
Baddha
it.
Konasana.
And then for Instagram and Facebook, it's at Metronome Music. spelled
Metronome
the
Music,
same way.
right.
It's not that tricky. So.
Awesome. And then do us a favor again and tell everybody one more time the places that they can find you for your like upcoming shows and stuff.
So our next shows are going to be in San Francisco and back here in Los Angeles. We'll be playing Bottom of the Hill in San Francisco on the 28th, and the Satellite in Los Angeles on the 29th.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
Awesome. Guys, we really appreciate you being on the show. Oh, you're going to do it?
What?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you...
Ask them a weird question.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, God. I didn't...
Do it.
Everyone's
Damn, I'm just going to pull an old one
Yeah,
out of my pocket.
That's always dangerous.
If you were going to be a certain kitchen utensil, which would you be?
And why?
And why?
Ooh, spatula.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Why?
That's what Tasnada said, too. Okay.
I have to be a spatula. I literally am a spatula. When I eat, there is nothing left on the plate. So if I could just be a spatula.
And then you
that
can
would be
smack
helpful.
people on the butt with it afterwards.
True.
That's nice.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is always so fun. I mean, butts are great. So.
Butts
are great.
Butts are great.
Hashtag butts are great.
Everyone-
Hashtag butts are the new boobs.
Hunter.
Hunter?
Wait, so are you,
Kofi?
goddammit.
Yeah, what's your
Okay,
example?
I'd probably be a colander.
Wow, nice. Because water flows right through you. And
I
hate.
would get so steamy.
That was awesome.
And Brussels sprouts are great too. So
Nice. Well played.
Yeah, and you also sift through all the bullshit.
Hey.
Oh!
Oh shit.
I love it. They're dying.
All right, Kofi, what's your utensil?
Man.
I know he took all the good ones.
I think I'd be an egg beater.
Oh.
Oh.
Not just a whisk, an egg beater.
You're very
Specific,
specific.
yeah.
No, not
Very
a
specific.
whisk. I don't use proper No, I'm an egg beater.
Yeah?
Why?
Mix it up, baby.
Fun-looking.
Mix it
They're
up.
just fun-looking.
Kobe's pretty fun looking too.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Twist it up.
Twist it up.
Oh.
Do the twist.
Dude, Evelyn says she's going to be a spatula too. She's crying. So funny. Our buddy Dave was watching and he says, "Love you guys. Got to split though. I'm trying to figure out how to smoke a cigarette underwater in the pool. It will happen."
Look, man.
Hail Dale.
Priorities straight. I don't know what we're doing over here.
Right? So
funny.
God, it's so funny. All right, so guys, I think I want to play another track. Do you think you're going to stick around for second half? Or we're going to let you go enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
I'm fine. I'm
going to chill.
We can chill.
Yeah, we'll
Cool. All right, so we're going to hang out with these guys. Do me a favor and mute yourself through this next track, and then you can open back up when we come back. Folks, do us a favor. Thank you again to MetronOhm. They're going to hang out for the second half here, but as always, we're going to play some more music. So don't forget, like they said, head over to Instagram and search MetronOhm Music and make sure that you smash that follow button so that you can keep up with everything that these guys have to offer. While you're doing that, I'm going to play another track by our new friends, MetronOhm. This track is called White Rabbit.
Grass gets green, leaves start to cover my euphoric scene. Lost my voice when I wanted to scream that humans are the scariest animals. How can warm-blooded creatures pull cold-blooded scams? No guilt to scrub without bloody hands. Keep mine clean, save for dirt and leaves, and let their laces lock. There's a white rabbit in the back of my mind. I'd like him to stay, but he hasn't the time. There is a white rabbit in the back of my mind. I'd like him to stay, but his clock keeps ticking away. Mr. Rain is a spider's hurricane. Stars shine alone and don't complain. I feel small as a spider beneath them. And truth is unlike a fog-covered bridge. The farther you stand, the clearer it is. Emotions play tug-of-war with the past. Let alone what you know. Emotions play tug-of-war with the past. Let alone what you want. Emotions play tug-of-war with the past. There is a white rabbit in the back of my mind. I'd like him to stay, but he hasn't the time. There is a white rabbit in the back of my mind. I'd like him to stay, but his clock keeps ticking away. Away, away, away.
So good.
Let's all just make noise.
Yeah, it's a good idea, especially because Joe DeMoss is in the house. What's up, Joe?
Our friend Joe is with us, guys.
Yay, Joe! Got to get tough. Go, Joe. G.I. Joe. Every morning, right after My Little Pony, I was like, "Who lined this up?" This is the.
That was poor. Poor programming.
But then Jem came on afterwards. And then on Saturdays, you could watch the Gummy Bears, which I can still do the theme song for.
I'm just going to eat gummy bears.
I don't believe you.
Bouncing here and there and everywhere. No? High adventures that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. Right?
Yeah.
Huh?
I think we're a little too young for that show. I missed that one.
Oh,
Yeah, I totally missed it too.
Damn, I just aged
I
myself
remember
again.
that show.
Yeah,
Don't
you
worry.
did.
I remember that show.
Thanks, Mad Dog.
Wait, did somebody join? Did somebody join you guys?
Yeah, that's Joe. Joe D in the house.
Joe, speaking of the mic.
They can see you.
I was wasted, so I didn't make it.
It's a little rough.
Yeah.
He's a little rough this morning. Rough around the edges.
Who knows? If Grant gets here in time, we'll put him on too.
I like the word rugged better.
He's
Rugged.
Yeah.
Rugged.
Weathered. He's weathered.
For sure.
That's so awesome. All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. I was telling these guys before we started the show today, every week we do a fun new section on this show. But before we get started, we got to make sure we put in this little disclaimer because we feel slightly obligated. Ghost Riot Radio is our show and ours alone. The comments and opinions made by myself or my co-host do not necessarily reflect the opinions of my guests or any business, company, or organization that is mentioned on this show. Please do not hold our guests accountable for our comments. Thanks for being open-minded. Hashtag Don't be a dick.
Suck my dick from the back.
Boom.
420 Blizzard.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Week in Weed. The Week in Weed is brought to you by normal.org. That's NORML.org. If you're not already a fan of the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Law, well, you fucking should be. Go check them out. It's normal.org. We're going to jump right the fuck in. We're going to start right here in Florida. Members of the House and Senate have approved legislation to implement Amendment 2, a voter-initiated constitutional amendment regulating the use of medical cannabis. Republican Governor Rick Scott, go fuck yourself, has pledged to sign the bill into law. All right, at least he's doing something. Lawmakers passed the measure on the final day of Florida's special legislative session. The measure prohibits patients skip the page from inhaling herbal preparations of cannabis, among other restrictions that have proponents say violate the initiative's original intent. One of the measure's key backers, they didn't even write that right. One of the measure's key backers, Orlando attorney John Morgan, said that he intends to sue the state over the proposed changes.
Morgan and Morgan.
That's right.
Photo people.
Photo people. Under the law, patients diagnosed with cancer, epilepsy, glaucoma, HIV/AIDS, PTSD, ALS, Crohn's disease, Parkinson's disease, or MS, or who suffer from chronic pain related to any of these diseases are eligible to receive a 70-day supply of cannabis-infused oils or edible products from a limited number of state-licensed dispensing facilities. Florida's medical access law must be operational by October. We'll see if that ever happens. Let's go to Vermont real quick. Governor Phil Scott has signed legislation Senate Bill 16, expanding the state's 13-year-old medical cannabis program. The measure permits physicians there's my tongue, found it. Physicians to recommend cannabis therapy to patients with Crohn's disease, post-traumatic stress, and Parkinson's disease, and expedites access for patients with cancer or terminal illness. All right, so cool. The bill also expands the number of permissible dispensaries in the state and allows existing operators to open one additional location each. That all sounds pretty positive. There are over 3,800 residents currently enrolled in the state's medical cannabis program. All right, Vermont, nicely done. Nicely done. Also in Vermont, members of the House voted Wednesday to block a marijuana depenalization measure, House Bill 511, from further consideration this legislative session. The vote came after Senate members approved the bill, which eliminated civil and criminal penalties, the private possession and cultivation of small quantities of marijuana. Republican Governor Phil Scott, who had vetoed an earlier version of the bill in May, had also recently expressed his support for the revised legislation. It's no surprise, only a majority of the people who voted to take action on the bill, with almost all Republican House members voting no. Brrr! Okay, let's move on to Jersey. This is some bullshit too. So in New Jersey, African Americans are arrested in New Jersey for violating marijuana possession laws at approximately 3 times the rate of whites, and this despairingly is rising, according to an analysis of statewide arrest data by the American Civil Liberties Union. Researchers reviewed marijuana possession arrests records from the years 2000 to 2013 and found that blacks were 2.2 times as likely as whites to be arrested for possessing marijuana in 2000, but 3 times as likely to be arrested by 2013.
You suck.
Yeah, we're not real happy about that at all. Everybody's fucking pissed. Don't be a fucking racist. And that's the end, folks, of the Week in Weed.
Hey, you want to get high, man?
Does Howdy Doody got wooden balls, man?
He probably does. Folks, shout out to Scott Braun, Mr. Made in 1985, for creating the intro track for the Week in Weed. Don't forget to go check out normal.org, NORML.org. And if you're in the Florida area, you can always check out docmj.com and find out whether or not you qualify for that compassionate care here in the state of Florida. That's docmj.com. Gang, don't forget the phone line is open, and we want to hear from you. If you want to say what's up, you want to talk about pride, music, cannabis, or just hear yourself on the air, you can hit us up. It's 813-343-4798.
Nice.
Pick up the phone.
We got to get Nut Crusher to call in.
You see my band Nut Crusher? They're fucking awesome.
He's a lot better than who was Derek from
Derek
Texas?
from Texas.
Derek from Texas
he was
was
the
not
worst.
the nice. Yeah, he was kind of racist, that guy. Awesome. So, folks, if you hadn't been paying attention to our social media stuff in the last week or two, this weekend is Pride Weekend in St. Pete, and it was fucking awesome.
It was fucking gay, dude.
I don't think that's the preferred nomenclature, bro.
Sorry.
Jeez. It was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. Yesterday was the parade.
It was.
Which we got to go do. Downtown St. Pete was kind of hopping.
Yeah, it was queer.
We had a good time.
We had a gay old queer time.
I'm just going to hate you.
Lots of walking.
I just want to hate you right now.
Lots of walking.
I'd rather you hate fuck me.
So what we were going to do is just recap. We're going to let everybody we all kind of split up at some point. So let's go over the parts that you remember. And you guys can chime in too. You said Pride is coming up or is it in the middle of?
Pride is happening this weekend in San Francisco, and it happened in Los Angeles, I believe, a couple weeks ago. Actually, the show that we played on the 10th was going on during Pride, which was awesome. Annabelle had like a rainbow wig on, and
I was a rainbow. Yeah. I got body painted. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. So yeah, so everybody's in pro support of Pride Weekend here, which is rad. So we went down. What did we do? We got out there yesterday. Oh, I got there before you guys did.
You got there a long time before we did.
Yeah.
And me and Madison walked all the way down there.
We didn't walk that far.
My day started with whiskey and just never stopped. We ended up downtown. They had taken over Vinoy Park. And
it was awesome.
Yeah, there was all kinds of food and music going on.
Happy people.
People wearing butterfly wings and stuff. And yeah.
Letting it all out and just having a good
so
time.
Much leather.
So many smiles. And it was lots of love going around.
Lots of love.
It was so
awesome.
much love.
Yeah, it's a
bondage chains.
Phenomenal thing, actually.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
As we were finishing up with sound check and load in and everything, someone usually when things like this are yelled, I don't believe it, but someone was like, "Nude bicyclists!" So we all flocked to the outdoors, and right on Sunset Boulevard, outside of the Echo, the venue we were playing, there were many nude bicyclists, mostly
hundreds.
men. No one who was like scarily chiseled. It was mostly a very like au naturel kind of vibe with.
That actually just happened in Portland too. They had one of the naked rides. I guess it's to promote body positivity.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, a few of my friends just did it up in Portland. They said it was awesome.
I'm quite positive nobody wants to see my body naked on a bicycle.
Positivity.
Well, my thing is that maybe I'd do something like that, but also I just feel like the amount of swamp ass on your bike seat.
Yeah.
You would have to burn your bicycle afterwards.
Yeah.
Vaseline the seat.
I'm just like, oh, my taint has been on this bicycle.
Forever unclean.
But it's your bike, so it doesn't matter because it's your bike.
I think that if I was going to do that,
want to use that bike.
I would just specifically buy one of those like neoprene extra squishy seats for that purpose, and then just rid myself and just chuck it afterwards. Like, that was good meeting
It would
you.
be really hard for us to do that here in Florida because the seat would be like 115 degrees.
That's true. You would just
burn your
sear
butt.
your taint.
Oh my god. Just burning hair.
Do you guys smell hamburgers?
Ew.
Side note, I walked into a bathroom last night and it smelled like French fries.
Just in the bathroom?
Just like French fries in the bathroom. It was weird.
Were you on ketamine or something?
No. Nope. Nope.
Damn that K-hole. All I smell is French fries in this bathroom. That's
Sarah was
weird.
in the parade yesterday.
Sarah
I was. I
was.
walked the parade. We had a float.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Okay, so I had to get there god awfully early to prepare the float, and then they just took forever getting us to go. I don't know why, but yeah. So we stood around the float for a really long time waiting for our cue to leave, and we had to get. Well, all the floats had to get ready, like in certain little quadrants of downtown, and so there were a few that were around us. One was like a Jack and Jill Superstore, which is the purveyor of lots of sexual devices and needs.
It's fun.
And
Were they just slinging dongs into the crowd?
I saw that they were handing out like coupons and stuff, and I really wanted to get some because I didn't know what it was, but
I want coupons.
it's okay. But the most interesting part of it was that there was a float right next to us that it was all leather daddies and pups. And I've
Awesome.
never really seen that, like the pup stuff, like the
Right.
puppy play out in public. I've only seen it on like Vice documentaries and like YouTube and stuff like that. And so it was like really interesting. And they took a group photo where all the leather daddies were in the back and all the pups were on all fours in front. And it was just like, I was like, oh my God. I know that my guys would love seeing this, but it would be so rude for me to take a picture of it.
Right.
And so the whole time I'm like, oh my God, mental image. I just got to remember this for the rest of my life because I don't know if I'll ever experience something this like, it's like seeing a unicorn out in public. And I felt like I saw so many unicorns during Pride and it made me so happy. It wasn't a weird thing. It was just like, oh my God, you're different, and that's awesome.
Right.
Good for you.
Agreed. That's my favorite part too. Coming from being originally from DC, I tend to. What does that say? Card full. Oh fuck.
Meow.
Anyway, so so being from DC, we had DC Pride. We used to do stuff like go to drag brunch. Like even when it wasn't Pride, we would just go to Nellie's, which is downtown. I don't remember where it is. Anyway, we'd go to Nellie's and do drag brunch, and we'd always take our square friends and not tell them. So then they'd show up, like my buddies would show up and be like, "Man, she's hot," and I'd be like, "Yes, she is." Then you let them get a full belly and tell them on the way out.
That's awesome.
That's so good. But yeah, so always in heavy support. I was bummed. I don't know if they even do it here. In DC, they do drag races, which is hilarious.
I didn't see any of it. It might be.
Probably at Enigma.
Oh, maybe.
It's probably
Yeah.
happening at Enigma.
I missed it this year.
packing
But the
it.
drag races are always fun too. I've never seen somebody like you see like 6'4" people in
Yeah.
like major heels,
Oh, yeah.
hauling ass down the street. It's like
So good.
so
So
impressive. It's so impressive. I couldn't even walk in heels, much less running them.
Madison's really talented at walking in heels.
I'm really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up soon. Ghost
Prove
Riot
it.
Drag
Prove
Race.
it.
Yeah. On an upcoming episode of Ghost Riot Radio, Madison tries on heels.
We'll do it on the Nut Crusher episode. It's gonna be a really weird episode.
It's gonna be awesome.
Ghost Riot Drag Racing.
It's such a good idea. I also want to do. You know what else I want to do? I start doing. Speaking of not naked bike riding, but I want to start doing like Ghost Riot, like a Ghost Riot, like bike. What do you call it when you do
Critical
like a,
mass.
like a bar hop? Yeah, that kind of thing.
Can we be
Yeah.
naked?
I mean, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I went tubing this week with a bunch of girls who decided they were comfortable enough with me to all be topless.
Nice.
It was great.
Nice.
Who would decide that?
I don't know. They were like, I just kept the sunglasses on the whole time. I was like, I'm not looking at anything. I was. So it was lots of fun. So favorite part about Pride Parade or any part of your day yesterday aside from me being retarded? Go.
Oh,
not that word. I gotta. I'm so old.
Stop it.
Gotta stop using that word.
We were hanging out. I like that when we were hanging out by the parade. I went in, grabbed a whiskey drink, and then ran back out. And I was seeing on the GPS where Sarah was
Because we GPS track each other.
for motorcycle
Because it's normal.
for motorcycle purposes. And she was like right like where I was running out of the bar, and she was like crossing our path. So I had to run forward so she would be crossing, and then I was yelling like Sarah.
He
And she
was
saw me,
exactly like that.
and she ran over, gave me a kiss, and then I was like, "Hey, babe, have a sip of my drink." And then she took my drink and kept walking in the parade. I'm like, "Okay."
No,
See ya.
but the best part of that was that I started walking and I was like, "Oh shit, this is straight whiskey." Madison probably spent a whole lot of money on this.
$10.
And
Sweet.
so I ran back to try to give it to him, and he wasn't there anymore. And so I was like, "Okay, fuck it, I'm gonna keep walking." And so I walked maybe 20 feet, and our friends Megan and Amarel were there, and I was like, "Megan, take this drink and find Madison. He's that way." And she went, "I got it," and she ran off. And I guess like Madison and her like found each other.
So
And
funny.
he got
Yeah.
his drink back.
You have no
it was
idea.
awesome.
You have no idea. We got out, so we had a bunch of people meet here, and then we all took an Uber into downtown. We just like picked a spot in Vinoy Park and said, "Drop us off." We literally walked 20 feet, got out in front of the Birchwood, and Megan just happened to be walking by us. I was like, "Yo!" And I was like, "Hey, we're going to the Birchwood." As soon as we get off the elevator, there's Sarah, and I was like, "Yo!" She kept screaming across. It was great. It was like just worked out perfectly.
All of the stars aligned.
That's right. Joe, you played a lot of Frisbee yesterday. How was that?
Lots of frisbee, yeah. Pelting people with it. It's pretty good.
You didn't want to keep your shirt on at all. I have it here, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
That's where
I
your
was running
shirt
around all
went.
night without it. I was, holy shit.
I don't
It's
remember.
gone.
I don't remember who
So
else. had
sweaty.
it. It
It was
gone.
so sweaty.
Swamp balls for days.
Oh, that's the second time that's.
Sorry. No, it was hard. It's Florida, man. It's like 100 degrees out here with 100% humidity. It's awful.
Yeah.
It is awful.
It's really gnarly. I was gonna wear jeans yesterday. I'm so glad I didn't.
sticky.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's nasty. Is anybody? No, I don't think anybody who is watching. Grant just hit me up and said he's at Punk Rock Flea Market. Where's that?
What is that? I don't know. That's cool.
That sounds cool. All right. So anyway, he was on his way up here, but he's stopping at Punk Rock Flea.
Flea Market.
So I guess we might have to go check that out.
Neat.
They sell punk rocks there.
Punk Rocks.
Yeah, it's rocks with mohawks.
The Rock Hawk. I love it. Awesome. Anybody got anything else fun you got to plug this week?
My butt.
Plug your butt. You probably should. Probably should. Hopefully we could have got you a coupon.
Hashtag butt peg.
Hashtag butt peg. Shout out Vic Arena.
Good for sprinkle.
Good for sprinkle. Oh man, so funny. What about you guys? You got anything else fun you just want to throw in there just cause?
Oh, we're going to Savannah.
I believe Annabelle's going soon to film like a music video thing today, which is gonna be cool. I mean, it's Sundays for me. My Sundays usually consist of watching a bunch of races because I'm like a ridiculous racing fan. So like, I'll just
What kind of races?
Like NASCAR?
Like MotoGP?
MotoGP?
Yeah, NASCAR, Formula One, anything.
Formula
Like, and all of the racing, I just have to watch all of it on Sunday. So I'm actually missing some NASCAR right now.
Oh,
Damn,
well then.
it's bothering me.
Sorry.
better
Who's your driver? Who's your driver?
My driver. Oh, so my driver retired like out of the blue last year. Like it was Carl Edwards.
Oh.
I was so into him, man. Like he was just my type of driver. And then he was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm not trying to die or be concussed and be dumb for the rest of my life." So
What do you think about Kurt Busch?
Kurt Busch is a talented driver, but I believe, unfortunately, like a kind of a verbally abusive individual.
I love all the drama that happens in those races. They get out of the car and they're just like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah, he's like I said, great driver. Just like sometimes I think he's got to chill out. Like you can't be telling your team that they suck. They're not gonna do a good job. Yeah.
Sweet.
What's the rest of your Sunday look like?
The rest of my Sunday, well, I'm still recuperating from this movie night I had last night with my roommate.
What did you watch? What did you watch, bro?
Well, for the first time, I watched Tusk.
No! Tusk is awesome. I fucking love Tusk.
Tusk is great. I don't know why people hate on it.
Oh, it's because I think they didn't get the absurdity. Like it knew that it was absurd, and I think people were having a hard time.
Justin Long in a weird walrus costume.
Oh my God, it's so good. Michael Park is terrifying.
He was.
Oh yeah, Michael Parks was absolutely terrifying. He was great in it, but absolutely terrifying.
And then Haley Joel Osment is fucking weird.
Of this movie?
Well, the synopsis actually is Justin Long and Haley Joel Osment have a podcast.
Hey, called the Not to See Party.
Yeah, it's oddly relevant, and and then Justin Long goes up to interview this kid who had this viral internet video where he cut his leg off or something. And then eventually things don't pan out there, and he goes to interview this other dude, and he ends up being kidnapped by him, and then eventually turned into a walrus-like creature.
Oh.
Yeah, it's made by Kevin Smith.
Oh, it's so brutal.
Okay, so it's good. Like, I'll go watch it.
It's legitimately good.
It's worth it.
It's good.
It's oddly funny and fucked up at the same time.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's definitely dead on.
When they had the big reveal, we were sitting in our seats just laughing. It was so odd.
The camera zooms out and it's just him like moving around in his walrus.
Oh, the end is so sad.
Oh, it is.
The end is so sad. I didn't know how to feel at the end of it. I was just like, I'm not happy, I'm not sad. It just kind of is just
Confused.
like, oh, wow.
You kinda don't like any of the characters by the end.
No, everyone is awful. It's so fucking bleak.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so fucking bleak.
So definitely watch it.
Check it out.
Speaking of movies, have you seen The Green Room?
Oh.
Yeah, I have.
So good.
It is really good.
So fucking good. I also liked that director's movie prior to that, Blue Ruin.
Oh, Blue Ruin is great.
Yeah, or Blue Ruin, yeah.
Blue Ruin
so
is good. And then the previous to that was Murder Party.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Murder Party is great.
We're going to have one of those
Murder
later.
Party is like super schlocky. What do we were watching the Neon Demon this morning. Are you guys fans of Nicholas Winding Refn?
Absolutely.
Oh,
You guys like just reference like 6 or 7 things. I have no idea what they are.
oh, God.
Mad Dog loves movies.
I'm right there with it.
Luckily, you'll be able to go back and pull all that stuff. You'll never forget. You'll be like, oh, I remember. I'm going to go watch the show again. And then...
Nicholas Winding Refn directed Drive.
Yes.
Which is good.
And Valhalla. And what else? The Neon Demon. And then he did
I don't know. I'm the worst film student ever. I don't know any of
what was
these
that other Ryan Gosling movie that he did? The God movie.
The Notebook?
No. Stop it.
He was
It wasn't good.
Movie?
No. Was it? It's the
Only God Forgives, maybe?
yes, Only God
Yeah.
Forgives. It's super plotting. I don't think I liked it. It was very plotting. It was just like,
Yeah. I think all of his movies, it's a little bit style over substance for me most of the time, I think. But the style is so visually striking.
Yeah.
I think it still draws me in.
I feel that way with Wes Anderson actually these days.
I agree. Yeah.
I think he's just it's a carbon copy of his other movies. I mean, the way that he sets up his shots is beautiful. He's a great director, but just the story is just it isn't there for me anymore. It's boring.
Oh.
Except for Grand Budapest Hotel.
Grand-
That movie,
So
I still haven't
good.
seen it.
That is good.
I didn't like it that much.
good.
I
No?
prefer Moonrise Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Moonrise Kingdom is awesome.
Man, Life Aquatic though.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Life
that's
Aquatic was
weird.
good, but just like what's it?
Actually-
Fantastic Mr. Fox is the
I was
best.
just gonna say actually, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
It's so good.
So stoked on
So
it.
good.
I can't wait till we cut this edit. They're just like, yeah!
Sorry, I can go down the movie hole.
The movie hole.
The movie hole.
That's dirty.
That could be a new segment. Let's go down the movie hole.
Go down the movie hole. That's a good one. I would do.
Kids,
Down the
wanna
movie
see my
hole with
movie
Madison.
hole?
You kids want to see my movie hole? Ew. Sarah.
Yeah.
I'll show you yours. You show me my.
Madison just tripped on the dog.
Trip down the dog. What happened, buddy?
Sorry,
I
Dix.
think he's freaked out. I don't know. What's the matter? Do you want to go outside?
He wants a cucumber.
Oh, he does. I gotta go get him one. He does. I don't have to buy him treats because all he eats is cucumber and carrots. All right, I think are we exhausted?
I'm not.
We've got to let Kofi go watch racing, or he's gonna flip out.
Yeah.
Gasket.
He'll flick me.
Oh,
ouch!
What do you guys?
So rude.
Violence is not the answer.
I wish we had a pool. Do you guys have a pool?
Telling him, you know.
You guys should go chill by a pool.
Do you have a pool?
We don't have a pool. None of us have a pool. Do you have a pool?
No, I do
None
not
of us have a pool.
Oh.
That's a shame.
We're so disappointed. We're gonna end with that.
And on that
Yeah,
note,
and literally, like, I saw the sprinklers going off in my neighborhood, and I just texted Annabelle, if I figured out when the sprinklers went off in the neighborhood, would you just run through them with me? And she just texts back, nothing else, just yes.
Yes. Nothing would make me more happy.
I in this conversation, I would say yes as well immediately.
It's hot. Let's do that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cute.
Kofi's already getting out of
Get
stuff.
it.
Are you undressing? Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Boom, 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 boom.
Talk of belly buttons. His was about to come out.
Oh, I love belly buttons. There it is. Come here.
Yee,
love
you touched
belly
my belly
buttons.
button, guys.
It's like poking your soul a little bit. I
Yeah.
like it. Ugh.
You were in me.
Back to the origins.
you're in my guts.
I got your spleen. I'm all up in them guts. All up in them guts. All right, we're getting ridiculous right now.
right.
We're delirious.
I think now's a good time to wrap things up for today. Let's go ahead and first say thank you to you guys, Metronome.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
again. You guys are the shit. So awesome. So yeah, we definitely, anything else that you guys have coming up, let us know. We'll do this all over again and talk about new projects and anything else. And again, don't forget, if you're out there and you were part of the call out today, we're coming for you. We're going to hopefully have you on this show as well. So get ready. It's coming.
We'll find you.
We'll find you.
You in your sleep.
Guys, thanks so much. We're going to let you sign off here. We'll make sure I'll shoot you guys a message when we're all done and let you know how to find all this stuff. And I'm going to tell everybody else at home right now. Guys, thank you so much. We'll talk to you all soon. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you later. Love
Peace,
you. Bye.
y'all.
Peace.
Awesome. Folks, that was Metronome. They're rad. Super good. Make sure you go follow them. We're going to wrap this up. Joe, how you feeling okay? Yeah.
We're still awake. We're
Okay.
still great.
Everybody's good. Awesome. Did we hear about your favorite part of the day yesterday?
Getting drunk.
Getting drunk. That's my dude. Awesome. Good enough. Folks,
much
don't
talking.
forget. Too much what?
Too much partying.
Too much? He's like, yeah, today.
I didn't go to bed till 6 o'clock in the morning practically.
Oh.
Nice.
Ugh.
Way too much partying.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. Good. Well, good for you. I'm proud. Every once in a while, you got to do that stuff. All right, folks, let's wrap it up here. Don't forget, if you're digging the music from today's show, you can head over to SoundCloud and also Bandcamp and search Metronome Music for all of today's tracks and more from Metronome. If you're on SoundCloud, go to Metronome, METRONOHM, and then dash music to check them out there. Don't forget, folks, we do have another show, but we've sort of put it on pause because we're going to kind of revamp it a little bit. We moved to a new area, but the proof is still an option. So if you're interested in everything whiskey and spirits, we do have a show that's out already. You can check it out on our YouTube channel at Ghost Riot Radio. And new episodes are coming, but I don't know exactly when. We're going to revamp and bring it back to you. We will let everybody know when that's happening. As always, the next time you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us at Ghost Riot Radio, youtube.com/Ghost Riot Radio. Be sure to leave a comment in the space below. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. And make sure that you follow us also on Facebook, facebook.com/Ghost Riot Radio. On Instagram, you can find us at Ghost Riot Radio as well. Twitter, it's under Ghost Riot Media because also there's some video shit that we do around here. And then, of course, if you're a podcast head, you can check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio at Ghost Riot Radio. One more time, we're going to thank Metronome for being a part of today's show. The final track by them is called Good Night off of their album Matter, and it's going to be the one to take us out of here today. Don't forget, this track, as well as all of the tracks you heard today, are available for your listening enjoyment on SoundCloud and Bandcamp, so make sure you head there and hit follow. As always, I'm Nick Noble. Mad Dog's in the house.
Thanks, guys.
The lovely Miss Sarah Marin. Joe DeMoss. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Folks, thank you again for joining us for episode number 34. We'll see you next Sunday for another episode of Ghost Riot Radio. Don't forget, folks, make your presence known, spread some love, and I'll talk to you soon.
Do you like fish sticks?
Fish dicks?
Yeah, fish sticks.
Fish dicks.
Do you like fish sticks?
Yes.
Then you're a gay fish. Bye, everybody.
Oh, my God. Goodbye.
Get the fuck out.
Good night. Good night. How can I comfortably drift into sleep now that you have left me behind? I'll keep myself safe with the covers drawn over my head. Now I have learned how to drift into sleep. The nights are still restless sometimes, and sheets